Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this weekend's video where basically I answer a few questions really quick. And I also want to talk about a few topics out there pretty much hitting the wave. So we're going to talk about Kitkat and what you guys feel about Kitkat and the Nexus 5, pretty much, if you guys seen the video. And my little thoughts on it or whatever. But let's get into some questions. First one coming from Nick the Awesome 88, and that is, when I flashed it, it boots, but there's no sound whatsoever. Help. And he's referring to AOKP for the Galaxy S2. Okay, this is a problem that happens from time to time, and I'm gonna say this in this video for people out there who do message me about flashing a ROM and having issues. That I'm not trying to sound like a dick here, but it would help me out a lot more if you'd be a little bit more descriptive of everything that you did. I know it's a lot for you to type out and whatever, and you probably feel like it's a waste of time, but the more descriptive you are about what you're doing, the better that I can help you. With this so far, the only thing I can think of that could possibly help you out is if you didn't do a clean install, which is doing the 3 wipes, the wipe data cache, Dalvik cache. You need to do that before installing the ROM. If you did in fact do that, go back to a stock ROM because you probably had a bad flash. Go back to stock ROM, try your steps over again. If that doesn't work, then obviously the zip file may be just, may have been corrupted. Delete and re-download the AOKP ROM and try again. If that doesn't work, then 9 times out of 10, probably the zip file that's uploaded on the developer's link most likely is corrupt, and that developer needs to be notified. So just hit a comment on there, let them know what you've done and what you've been doing, and that you did everything as according to, and it's still no sound. Okay, let's see. This one's from Tom WRN1. It says, "Hi Rob, I've been looking for a more recent CM ROM for my Optimus V. CM being CyanogenMod. Since CM 7.2 that I installed and has been acting up in the market. Can't seem to find any recent ROMs that were released after the beginning of 2012. Can you suggest any others besides Pac-Man that I can look at that are ICS or Jelly Bean?" Fortunately, Tom, for me, it was a pain in the butt for me to even find Pac-Man for the Optimus V, which I'm using today. A lot of the ROMs out there are basically crapping out or having issues, and so I don't really, I don't offer people, like, check out this ROM. It's ICS type ROM, and if it's not stable enough to run, I'm not gonna push you in that direction, so you could just have more headaches with your device. I don't know if there's like just an issue that you don't like Pac-Man ROM whatsoever. I would say give Pac-Man a shot. I mean, you're already running CyanogenMod, and you like CyanogenMod, and Pac-Man is just a combination of Paranoid Android, AOKP, and Cyanogen just pretty much put together. All the best pieces from each one put together, but CyanogenMod is the base of the ROM. So it's still CyanogenMod. It just has Paranoid Android and AOKP settings put into it. Give it a shot, because it actually works really good. I haven't had the phone crash at all. The only problem that I've had is that the lock screen, the swipe to unlock, does not show up at all. And if you're not, if you're not worried about having a lock screen on your device, if you don't have like a personal pin or a pattern that you use to unlock your phone, having the swipe to unlock is not really going to kill you, because there really is no security in that except for thumb swipe to unlock. Other than that, everything else works great. So if you want to check out Pac-Man ROM, go for it. But as far as any other ICS or Jelly Bean, a lot of them are not stable. They do crash. They do have issues. So I'm not going to suggest any. Sorry, but I don't see the reason to give you any more headaches than what you're already having with CM 7.2. Let's see. This one was on my Pac-Man 4.1.2. Can't say the user's name because it's in either Chinese or Japanese. I'm sorry if it's in any other language. I'm not trying to offend you. So I don't know your name. But the question is, can you use any Epic 4G Touch ROM on Virgin Mobile versions? Yes. That is the whole reason why I started doing this. ROM reviews for the Galaxy S2s, because I own one that is for Virgin Mobile. And after having it rooted and then flashing certain ROMs that developers would say it was okay for Virgin Mobile, I decided to go a little off the charts and start grabbing some that were for the Sprint version and flashing it and then seeing what I had to do to make it actually work with my service provider. And I can say is this: AOSP ROMs that are for Sprint work on Virgin Mobile Galaxy S2. Just have an ICS modem that is for the Virgin Mobile Galaxy S2 installed on your device when you flash that ROM. And it's weird because AOSP Jelly Bean ROMs run on ICS modems. They do not run on Jelly Bean modems, so don't use none of the Jelly Bean modems for AOSP ROMs. TouchWiz ROMs, you can use the GB28 or the FL14 modem, which is for Virgin Mobile. However, to get MMS working, you do need to edit the APN settings. That will get these ROMs working on the Virgin Mobile Galaxy S2. So yes, all of them pretty much do run, and they run fantastically on there. Right now I'm running Showstock 3, which was an AT&T Galaxy S2 ROM ported over to the Epic 4G Touch, and it runs terrific, including the multi-window. Amazing, amazing. Let's see. Okay. This one's a comment from Melinda 4 days ago. She puts, I know to others that may have seemed like a stupid question, but I really needed to know was to use option 3 EXT and then SD. So this has to do with the whole rooting on the Nextbook 8. And first off, let me say this and make this point clear with a lot of people. There's no such thing as a stupid question on my channel. On my channel, and I know there's a lot of other YouTubers and developers out there who sit on their high horse, and just because they develop ROMs and everything, they're gonna talk shit if you ask such a novice question like that. I'm not like that at all. If you guys have a question, hit me up and I will answer your question. Of course, be warned, and I'm gonna warn you right now. I do have 2 YouTube accounts. One I upload videos to, and one is just, connected to my Google+. And so if you see a person, Roberto Escobar, who's commenting, that's me. That's me commenting, replying to you. Even though, because Rob Torres is me, I use my grandmother's last name for that channel. And my other channel, I use my last name. So either one of those names you see, it's me that's commenting to you, so don't feel like it's some other random person responding to you. It's actually me. But I'm glad to see that you got it working right, so big thumbs up. Well, let's see. This one is from Gabriel Ortiz. This is on my Nextbook. My Nextbook 8 unboxing. Comment is, I have one too. I got one because my iPod was from a pawn shop and it's my fault because it cracked. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but hopefully you find the Nextbook to be, refreshing. It is, a budget tablet, so it doesn't have things like Bluetooth or whatever, but if you're just into surfing the web, watching YouTube, listening to music, whatever, it's going to get the job done. Alright, so that's enough for Q&As. Let me jump into a few things. First off, how do you guys feel about, this whole last year of everyone talking about key lime pie, and then all of a sudden they get thrown a curveball, and Google, along with Nestle, is teaming up together for a promotion to Kitkat. Android 4.4 is officially going to be called Kitkat. They constructed their statue in front of headquarters at Google, where they have all the different statues representing the versions of Android. So Kitkat is what it's going to be. I especially like the fact that, because everyone's talking about it. Some people hate it, some people like it. I like it in the fact of what it's going to do. It's doing more for Nestle than it is for Google, and that's kind of like, a big multi-billion-dollar company giving back. So they're actually going to help promote Kitkat by Kitkat making Android bars. So the Kitkat bars are going to be cut out in the shape of Andy, the Android guy. But what the best part is that there's going to be promo codes in the candy, and this is just rumored here, but there's going to be promo codes in the candy that you can actually win Google Play gift cards, as well as Nexus, a Nexus 7. You can win a new Nexus 7. I don't know if they're throwing in the Nexus 5s or the Nexus 4s, but I know Nexus 7s are going to be involved. And it's not just one person winning one. There's going to be multiple people. So, you and Fat can buy a Kitkat bar, get a promo code, win a Nexus 7, and your best friend in school can get a KitKat bar and actually get one of the winning promo codes for a Nexus 7. That's really awesome. But if you don't win a Nexus 7, hell, if there's like applications that cost money that you really wanted to get, but you don't want to tie your credit card in, you can win Google Play points. That's even better, you know? You can score a $50 play card, $15, $10, doesn't matter. But, you know, hey, free money is free money, right? Who's going to really complain? As far as it being named KitKat, I think it's pretty much awesome. It's going to, like, push the boundary and kind of, like, separate it, make it, you know, for the future. I mean, gosh. I mean, it doesn't stray away from the whole strain of it being, you know, sweets and stuff like that. It still is, you know, a sweet. It's a KitKat bar, you know, wafer chocolate-covered bar. Still a snack. Now, a lot of people were, like, jumping up and down when they showed the video of them surprising everyone with what the new Android operating system was going to be called, it being called KitKat. You had all the Google employees outside with their smartphones taking photos, but the very two in the front were the most talked about, because the girl on the left, she had the Nexus 4, and the guy on the right had what could be the Nexus 5. And a lot of people were like, oh, you know, well, yeah, they accidentally leaked the Nexus 5 because they took the video down. And to me personally, just like all the other major tech reporters out there are saying, Google's been known to do that. They knew that phone was outside the office, and they knew that guy was snapping photos with it. They knew that he was standing in the correct angle for that camera that was recording the event to capture a shot of the backing showing that it was a Nexus device, and that in fact that it was going to be the Nexus 5. So for them taking it down, it's not anything that like Google's all upset about. This is how they play around with all of us out there. I mean, how long did they let us run around screaming key lime pie before, you know, pretty much giving us a curveball and saying, no, we named it KitKat. So yeah, tell me your guys' thoughts. One being is that, do you actually like the name of KitKat? And if you do like the name of KitKat, my second question is that if you can have the operating system look a certain way, what things would you want in it and not in it, and how would you like the UI to look? Would you want the same UI that's been used in ICS and Jelly Bean, or do you think we should move to something a little bit more different? I mean, we've had the orange and greens, we've had the white and blacks. I don't know. I mean, KitKat, and you know, I've seen this really awesome wallpaper with the Android KitKat guy with a kind of like a khaki colored, maybe like a brownish orange cream colored background. Do you think maybe they should kind of go with different color schemes, maybe pushing more towards a chocolate color or something? Who knows? All we know is that black does save a lot on battery life for certain devices, and so I kind of like keeping the black, but maybe change up the color scheme a little bit. So I want to know what you guys think about it. And then also, do you guys think that that was really the Nexus 5, or do you think Google's just messing with us even more, showing us a phone that says Nexus on it but is not the Nexus 5 at all, and just to get us buzzing about the N5? Leave all your guys' thoughts and comments in the comment section of this video. If you guys thought this video was pretty dope, give it a thumbs up. We're doing more blogs like this once a week. I know I missed last week, but I was just pretty busy with birthdays and stuff. So yeah, and if you guys have any more questions, and you guys need to hit me up in Hangouts, guys, just look for me, Roberto Escobar Jr. on Hangouts, and I will answer questions on the spot if you guys need my help right away. That's the way to get a hold of me. Just make sure, so I don't know that you're just some weirdo messaging me, that if you send a question to me in messaging, hit me up with a YouTube question on top, or to start off your question, and then post your question after it, and I will communicate with you. Otherwise, no solicitation here. Thanks a lot. See you guys next time.